Hey guys, we're going to talk about my dating experience lately. We're going to go back a couple years because I need more than two. Um, recently-ish, like last month, I went out on a date with a guy that I met at the bar. And we met up to go for a hike, which we went and started our hike. And in the middle of it, he proclaimed that he had a boyfriend at home. They were quasi-open, but it was like everybody's a one-off. And I sat there like, why are you? And then he bitched, or he talked about, he didn't bitch, that he was so happy he didn't have to date anymore. And I'm sitting there looking at him like, I don't know what you're calling this. I'm calling it a fiasco. Date before that, that wasn't bad. It was a guy that I had been talking to for like a month and a half. And when we finally met, it was really good. We really got along until the crazy started coming out. And it was not, and it wasn't awful. I mean, he's a great guy. It was just that he got very jealous. And I'm like, yeah, no. You live a couple states away, and if you're going to get jealous of me going out to the bar and tell me I dress slutty, I love that, then no, this ain't going to work. Before that, I went on a date with this guy. There's only one more I'm going to talk about. And I told him, don't dress to impress, dress to be yourself. I want to know who you are. And we met at a Mexican restaurant. So it was like, low key, just be you, I'll be me. He walks in a polo and, dress slacks. And here I am in shorts and a t-shirt and a baseball cap. And I stood up and I looked at him and he looked at me and he said, you either are very confident or full of yourself. And I looked at him and I said, you don't listen much, do you? It was a good date. We never talked again. I think in the end he realized I was literally just trying to get him to be himself and be cool. And he took it that at first that I was being a dick, and then embarrassed because quite literally I just wanted to know who he was. Before that was the shortest date in the entire multiverse. I picked the guy up at his house and we started driving and he was nervous and I said, okay, I'm just going to talk for a minute and you collect yourself. So I said, yeah, I moved here because I met this group of friends that we really clicked and I'm really excited to get to spend time with them. And I'm just going on. I said, they just let me in. It was really cool. And I said, what's funny is your name is Austin. And the guy that I talked to originally is Austin. And he says, wait a minute. What's his last name? And I'm like, I don't remember. I just know he's from like Winchester. And he says, turn around. It was his ex-boyfriend. They had a really, really, really bad breakup. A really, really, really bad end of their relationship. And did not want to be anywhere near each other. So I turned around, drove him back to his house with him apologizing, saying what a nice guy I was, but that he didn't want to hear anything about him. He didn't need any of this in his life. And then apologized again. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I am just going to drop you off. And then people ask me, so how's dating going?